I'ma blow up. Yeah.
Okay, you beautiful fandom, welcome back to the back of the semi-truck, and as usual, y'all can tell by the title that we are about to sit here and watch Volume 5, Chapter 4, and I can't even remember what the title to this was, but I'll go back and check later, and I don't know where we're going to go with this, because it seems like we're all over the place in this volume, and that's kind of got me scattered-brained. We last left off with Weiss, and she's summoning that knight, and all that good stuff, and, geez, we also left off with Blake, and her mom and dad, and, you know, them saying, hey, look, we need to take the White Fang back for what it used to be. We just, you know who we haven't heard from in one episode is Yang. So, I'm presuming that's where we're going to go with this, is to go to Yang, but really fast before we do all that, because right now my mind is so scattered brain, because I want to talk about like 2 or 3 different things real fast. And one of those things is we are now entering into what seems to me at least a time where Rooster Teeth is kind of, you know, they got all their things put into place and YouTube kind of automatically blocks stuff, and that's what happened with Chapter 3 of this volume, and that was because it got blocked along with Chapter 1 of this volume, and I even had one of the chibis get blocked. That came out of nowhere, but they're all resolved and all that good stuff, because we know Rooster Teeth, they're great to the fans and stuff like that. But, you know, with us getting to this period where things are getting blocked more often, I guess this is kind of an update of sorts for Rwby the series. I'm going to go ahead and while I'm getting the blocks resolved, I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to react to these things as I normally would. But if one gets blocked, I'm going to stop on, you know, I'm not going to unlist like Chapter 6 before Chapter 5. When it gets unblocked, that's when I'll release, you know, Chapter 5 or whatever gets blocked. I'm still going to release them all in order, but I'm not going to slow down on how I'm going to react to them, because I've got this tendency in my head, not Tennessee, but you know what, I can't say the word properly, because you know what, my accent makes it sound like I'm saying something else, so I'm just going to say it how I say it. I've got this tendency, I'll say it slower, maybe I said it properly, I've got this tendency to be like, well, I can't react to it because it's, you know, still blocked over here and I got to get that resolved and all that stuff. So I'm just going to react to them normal pace, but once it gets resolved, that's when I'll unlist that one, and then I'll unlist the next one. Y'all know the drill. So with that said, if you are here for the premiere, jump down there in the comment section, not the comment section, let me rephrase that, the live chat. Jump down there in the live chat and talk spoilers all y'all want, because I mention it time and time again. Well, not time and time again, but I mention it from time to time that the live chat is where you talk about spoilers, because I know that y'all want a place to be able to talk on YouTube about spoilers, you know, and that's a place to do it, since, you know, I kind of designated that the place. But y'all don't want to hear me run my mouth. Y'all want to hear me run my mouth and hear my thoughts as the episode's happening. So, let's go ahead and do that. 3, 2, 1, and play. Hey, I actually did it on the first try for a change. Okay, let's listen. Okay. Okay, I see something they did there. With each transition they did, and now, yes, I'm going to talk during the intro. And yes, I see you there, Nora. Boop. With the intro there at the very beginning, that first verse where they say, back to the fairy tale. Geez, I already forgot the second, you know, line in the first verse, but I noticed it's 2 lines, and they had that for Rwby. Then they had 2 more lines in the first verse, and that was for Weiss. And then 2 more for Blake, and then 2 more for Yang. And with each transition, there was a slight pause in the words to you know, be for that specific character, or at least I feel like it was. That's just what I'm seeing as, you know, the things playing out. So, yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, hey, there's the White Knight. You know, that's the first time I actually recognized that the White Knight was actually in the intro. But the intro, I found a way to talk all the way through it. So let's jump into this episode / chapter, whatever the heck we call it. Let's do it. Those leaves are looking good. I like the animation, and yes, I was correct. We are jumping in with Yang and this little hick fella. And yes, I'm allowed to say hick fella because I am from the southeast United States.
This should just about do it.
Oh, hey, and if you find Raven,
you wait here.
You'll find
I'll go up
Weiss.
and make sure the coast is clear.
You know, I don't trust him, by the way. Neither do you? Huh. I didn't think he was trustworthy.
I can't believe you were dumb enough to let me lead you here.
Okay.
Is this everyone?
Let's go ahead and...
Yes, little lady.
You know what?
This
I'm not
is
going to
it.
say that word. I was about to say, let's go ahead and kick some...
That way.
But you know what? I'm family friendly. Y'all know what I was going to say, though.
Yes.
Kick their butts.
That way.
I'll be family friendly version.
Good to know. Thanks.
Now to pay me back for this tooth, we're gonna take your bike.
You think you're really going to take Bumblebee?
You got the jump on me last time, sweetheart. You really ought to think twice about fighting all...
I like how they jump back a little.
Get her!
Why didn't y'all just shoot? Y'all have guns. Well, at least you have a knife, but... My goodness, yes, the arm is bulletproof. Nice. Okay, they don't all have guns, but that arm is definitely coming in handy, blocking the knives, too. Dude, I'm gonna tell you now, you don't want to shoot her. Oh, yes. Will Yang be my favorite character in this volume? That will be really different. Yes. Oh, no. Ah. You're still a little shaky, I see.
It doesn't even matter. When Raven finds out what you did, you're dead.
Possibly, but I doubt it. I'm her daughter, after all.
Yep.
I'm dead.
Oh, and there was a... Hopefully I have enough time to say this. There was a Rwby fan-made thing that I reacted to. Oh, okay. Maybe I don't have enough time to say that. Maybe I'll save that for afterwards. Because I got to pay attention to what they got going on here. They're working on Rwby's, you know, hand-to-hand combat.
Up on this stuff fast.
Oh, gosh.
My gosh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, Oscar.
Yes!
It's not Ozpin doing anything.
Oscar?
It's Oscar.
You forgot to engage your aura again,
Why didn't you tell me?
because this method makes you less likely to forget.
True.
Mind if I give it a shot?
Not bad, Miss Rose. But Oscar doesn't have the years of training that you do. Or I do.
Oh, well, maybe we should, take a break.
Oh, gosh. Okay, now it's Ozpin hitting her. Now I kind of feel... I'm conflicted on how I feel about this fight. I know it's training, so, you know, it is what it is.
The next time you want to throw a left cross, remember to push off with the appropriate foot. And as always, do be aware of any openings.
Got it.
Oh, I gotta remember what he said there. Be aware of
Are you
any
okay?
openings.
How is this so exhausting?
Your body isn't used to this kind of training. Not to mention generating a defensive aura on your own. It takes intense concentration at first, but in time it will become second nature, allowing you to deflect attacks and gradually heal your wounds. After that, you can begin focusing on your semblance, whatever that may be.
You know,
Semblance.
you're probably gonna be a
know,
teacher
like
later
your
on.
very own superpower.
I'm talking about Ren,
Everybody's
by the
got
way.
one. It's just a matter of finding it and mastering it. Ruby moves super fast. Electricity makes me stronger. Ren can mask emotions, and John can,
We don't know what Jean can do yet.
Can't do it.
John's like you.
Hey, well, that was a good
He
deflection,
hasn't found
Rwby.
his semblance yet, but we all know he will.
I like that.
And you will too. We all just have to try and help each other get stronger.
Cool. A common philosophy is that a warrior's semblance is a
I
part
feel
of who
like
they are.
the music in the background
Some say your
just
personality
doesn't
and
fit the
character
show.
can define your semblance, while some claim that it's the other way around. Of course, there are still many who don't see a connection at all.
It's hard to know when you know sometimes. Ren's semblance was unlocked from intense stress. And mine kicked in during training one day.
Hey,
What about you?
it's kind of like a cutie mark for
Check
My Little Pony.
Didn't die. Crazy Thursday.
I just don't understand what's wrong with me. I train.
I don't know why.
Don't worry.
It's kind of just clicking
Our
what
journey is far
Nora
from over.
said a second ago.
The same might be said for all of
It's a
you.
delayed laugh, but hey,
Unlocking your
it's there.
semblance isn't the end.
Crazy Thursday.
You can still grow and evolve. Providing you're willing to put in the work, who knows what could happen.
Then let's get back to it.
Okay, so we're still here with Yang. I'm definitely going to remember, hopefully I'll remember to say what I was going to say earlier about something. So... going to see Mama. Yep. I like the growth of Weiss in this volume as well. We see now she doesn't even have her, I know I call it the wrong thing, by the way, y'all, but sword to, you know, use the dust and summon stuff now. She's actually using what's within her.
Mom.
That's the first thing you say?
Yang. So, after all this time, you finally decided to visit me.
What?
You know that I searched for you. I spent years looking for you.
Yeah.
And you found me. You were patient, determined, and strong enough to make
I
your
think I might
dream
have
a
enough time to
reality.
say it this time, but what I was going to say
Well done,
earlier...
Yang. But did you have to be so rough with my men?
I didn't want a fight.
Okay, I won't...
They
I'm going to
started
save it for after the
Well,
chapter.
you certainly finished it. Right. I'm sure this is all very overwhelming,
So...
but I must admit that you've proven yourself. So
Yeah.
any questions you have, I'll be happy to answer. You can stay with us tonight.
Granted,
have the
yes,
cooks
this is
whip
a,
up something
you know,
for you.
bit of a
That's
turbulent
not why I'm
relationship,
here.
but it just doesn't feel natural.
What was that?
I'm not here for you. Ruby is somewhere in Mistral. She's with Crow and she's going to need my help. I just need you to take me to her.
And why would I do that?
Because we're family.
Family. Only coming around when they need something. I have to say, I'm disappointed.
I can't say I disagree with that
After all,
statement.
you found me, didn't you? Why not take that drive and use it to find your little sister if she really means that much to you?
Because you're going to save me time. Ruby was heading to Mistral, But there's no guarantee she's made it there. Looking for her in Anima could take ages. But Dad told me how your semblance works.
Ty.
You could
Forgot
bond
about
with
him,
people.
didn't you?
And when you do, you could create a portal that takes you straight to them. You've got one for Dad, one for me, and you've got one for Crow.
Wait a...
He promised me he'd watch out for Rwby before he left. And I trust him.
I seen what they did there.
So, make a portal to my uncle and sister, and I'll be on my way.
You know, it takes real strength to march in here and demand such a favor of me. I've got to say, I'm impressed. It's very noble to want to help out your sister. But if she's with Crow, then she's already a lost cause.
What does that mean?
You don't want to get mixed up in all of that, Yang. Ozpin is not the man you think he is, and Crow is a fool for trusting him.
Really?
I would know. I trusted him once too.
I don't care
Ozpin
what
ain't
you
the
think.
man we think he is, huh?
Your choice is your own. All I'm suggesting is that instead of getting wrapped up in something
Okay.
too big for you, for any of us,
But
maybe
when's she gonna
take a
realize
moment to
Weiss
wonder
is
if
there?
you're already where you belong.
Save your breath. You could spout off whatever you want, but nothing is going to keep me from my sister.
Well, aren't you stubborn?
I get it from my mom.
I was about to say, like mother, like daughter, right?
Well, if that's how you feel, then it sounds like we're done here. Take her away.
Did you not hear me? I said, send me to Crow, damn it!
That's enough! You watch your mouth in front of our leader!
Oh my goodness, just knock him out.
Make me.
Come on. Oh gosh, where are you gonna punch him? Okay, woo. I saw where she was positioned, and I thought she was gonna uppercut him up.
Yang?
For the lack of a better term, I thought
Weiss?
she was gonna uppercut him in the nuts. And yes, finally, you see.
All right, well, subtlety is out.
Okay, subtlety is out. Oh, now you're running, huh?
What is that?
Don't worry about it. What are you doing here?
Well, that's my mom, and she could take us to Rwby.
Ugh.
Your mom kidnapped me? You kidnapped her?
Yeah? Out of nowhere? I mean, that would be quite a revelation if I was Yang.
Enough!
Well, that was anticlimactic.
If you people don't keep it together, this place will be crawling with Grim. Give the girl her weapon back.
Give it to her.
You two, in my tent. Now.
Why?
If you're really going after your sister, then you need to know the truth.
Oh, that makes me want to watch the next chapter. But I already know that we're not going to get no information because I've only got like a minute left, and 30 seconds of that is...
Sorry about
Oh, now that is just sweet. But a lot of that's going to
I
be
missed
filled
you so
with
much.
a bunch of credits.
I missed you too.
Aw. Okay, so yes, that would be quite a revelation for either one of them two. If it was Weiss, she's like, wait a second, your mom kidnapped me? What the flip is wrong with your mother? And when weren't we told about this? That your mom is, you know, the leader of, you know, these bandits. And then if you're Yang, it's like, wait, mom, you kidnapped one of my friends? What the heck's wrong with you? you know, if you're keeping up with me, you know, then you should know that she's one of my friends. What the heck is wrong with you? I mean, and that was a pretty good retcon of how when they were on the train and all that stuff, and, you know, Raven came in and saved Yang. That was a good retcon of how she did that, and I like that. Other than that, though, before I do forget, because, you know, I do have a tendency, say it slow enough to where I can actually pronounce the word, I do have a tendency to actually start rambling on about other stuff and never getting to what I intended to talk about. So, earlier, actually, multiple times during the chapter, I was going to mention something about a fan-made thing that I tried, you know, I didn't try to, I did actually watch it, react to it, all that stuff, and it was called BWBY, and, it was in that I actually saw the scroll, and I was like, wait a second, that, you know, the picture on the scroll, I saw that on the BWBY, by the way. Not the trailers, but all the way back into the yellow trailer, or the Yang trailer, whatever you want to call it, all the way back then is how long, you know, Yang was searching for her mother in the Yang trailer. And it clicked in my head when I reacted to that fan-made thing, BWBY, that that's who she's been searching for the whole time, all the way back into that trailer, and that picture on the scroll was of Raven. I don't know why it didn't click in my head sooner. Probably because that was one of the few things I didn't rewatch is the trailers. And I definitely need to go rewatch the trailers now, because it seems like a lot of stuff is starting to come back. You know, like with, you know, Weiss and, you know, her little white knight there. I mean, he's in there now, and, you know, we also got the scroll, you know, the picture on the scroll that Yang was looking for her mom the whole time, and it is just, there's a lot of stuff coming back into play. Not really a lot, let's be real, but there's a couple things. But yeah, good retcon, and it's also, you know, a semblance kind of works like, you know, a cutie mark in My Little Pony, I've noticed. So you don't know when you're going to get it, you don't know how it's going to come about, it just sometimes and manifest in whatever way it manifests, kind of like a cutie mark. And if you don't watch My Little Pony, then, well, you know, the little mark here on their butt, they get those, you know, and it's, and you know what, I'm not going to go through all that. A lot of people already know what a cutie mark is and what it symbolizes and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't really know what else to, you know, I can say one other thing real fast. The fight between, not Oscar, but Ozpin. The fight between Ozpin and Rwby, I'm conflicted about it, because I know it's training, and I know Ozpin ain't necessarily going to hurt her or nothing like that. But the reason I'm conflicted is because I'm one of the kind of people, I do not like seeing, you know, women get hit by men. Nor should women hit men. But, you know, it's one of those things, if a man's going to be a man, don't be hitting on a woman. But, you know, at the same time, I know it's training, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I'm not quite as conflicted about the Oscar, you know, hitting Rwby, because let's be real, Oscar can barely stand on his own 2 feet, so how's he going to hurt another girl? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. So, I guess I better just go ahead and end it right there, and just let y'all know. Y'all know the drill from here. Hit that like, tickle to subscribe. Don't be texting and driving. And as Mr. Rogers always says,
and I like you as you are. I do.